Well, hello everybody. Yes, let's see.
Hi.
I think they said that we're live, Trina.
Yep. My screen
Yesterday,
said got it.
yeah, it says that. And boy, was yesterday a deja vu. I mean, that was such a surreal encounter. Let's just make sure that it comes up all right. It should. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
let's see. I think
Hi, Soul Tribe.
yeah, does
Are
there
we
they are.
live?
There they are.
Yes.
It
Hi,
says,
everyone.
hello, everybody. It says that we are live. And so, welcome, everyone.
Yay.
And indeed, we just speak favor over the Soul Tribe family.
Yes, we do.
Trina, as that song goes, it's really true here is that we are family.
Hey,
You
hey,
and
hey, hey.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean,
I
we
got
got
all my
the
sisters in me.
yeah, bingo, you got it. I mean, I can see the ladies getting up and doing that song, that's
Oh,
all I got to say.
that would get us moving. I am sure for that. Absolutely. Yes, yes. Because it's so
uh
true.
it is.
Yeah.
And so welcome everyone. We are
Hi,
happy to be
everyone.
here. And you know who I am and my lovely co-host, Miss Trina. How are you doing, my dear?
I am doing wonderful and so good to be here and so grateful and favor and prosperity and all beautiful things coming our way and manifesting fast. And you did that today. So yay, Wayne, you got us back.
Well, I put a few angels on the old
Yes,
thing,
you did.
It's like, it's like the I don't know if everyone ever saw the Spielberg did a movie called Young Sherlock Holmes, and it was back in the mid 80s, and great movie. Y'all should see it with some effects. But anyway, the young Sherlock Holmes always said that when something happens that is out of the normal,
Mhm.
then there can only be two causes: one, man-made, or two, back in their thinking back then, was that it would have been in nature.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
but of course, Sherlock Holmes never had AI either, never had bots, never had, the thing. So yesterday, just to let everybody know what happened,
Mhm.
I posted the show, and it was really, I think, these guys' fault. So everyone, this is what we're going to study it. So you can see the egregors,
Yep.
and that was the slide that you would see. It was the word egregores that seemed to trigger this unusual, and YouTube
Yeah.
wrote me an email and said, listen, we screwed up. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if it caused you any stress. You're going,
Right.
oh,
Right.
really? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little.
Well, thank you for that. And they said, we screwed up. So sorry. And let's just can't we be friends?
Yeah,
And they said, yeah,
absolutely. And you
yes.
know what's so profound to me was that it didn't recognize that word,
Yeah.
which is
Didn't exercise the
profound
word.
because that's a very kind of important word to know.
I didn't know that it was not in Microsoft's dictionary. Who
Yes,
would have thought?
yes.
So
I was wondering. I wonder, with all that you've done, I wonder if eventually we would put together a dictionary for the occult.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be plugged into something.
I
I
do.
think
Because
so.
I feel it's necessary, and I think it's going to be a very valuable tool.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So everybody to allow me here. So in fact, I have to thank, because this is what I speak over me: favor. No weapon formed against me can prosper. Everything, word, deed, or action that was meant for my harm will be turned into my benefit, my prosper. I will prosper from it.
Mhm.
So yesterday, Trina, this is what I did. Allow me to put that up there. And the bus driver is here. I hope you're on, because we have
Yes.
pulled out from the station.
Yes. Hey,
So,
the bus driver's been busy.
yeah, man, I've been really busy. So, everybody, this is, um, these are our backup channels. This is Odyssey. I
Yeah.
have only one follower. I think it's Joyce. Thank you, Joyce. Maybe I can pick up a few others, but you can see that, right, Trina?
Yes, I can.
So here we are, folks, and every YouTube that we have done is now on Odyssey. And so
Yay.
far out. Yeah, I mean, this is cool because they can't take that away from us. There's a
Yes.
song like that, isn't it? They can't take that away.
I think
Anyway,
you are correct.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Well, like I said, Wayne, I don't know why, but I think that was divine timing. What you're done is amazing.
Trina, we're going to show just how spot on this is because people, you have to hear what happens next. So, all right. So please go over there and I guess it's the same thing. Follow.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe, follow
Yeah.
us. We need, I don't know what that means. Oh, people are coming in. So good.
Absolutely.
All right. This is us over on Rumble. Can you see that, Trina?
Rumble. Yes, I can.
There we are, folks. So get over there. And same thing has happened over there. All of the YouTube videos have now been transported over to Rumble, and Rumble we can do live as well.
Yes.
So you can see people are already coming in. Thank you for subscribing. I feel like Jerry Lewis, you know, this we're
Right,
doing
right,
a
the
Labor Day
telethon.
telethon, you know.
Yeah, because
Come
they're
on,
trying
folks.
to reconnect
Brina,
our
what we need is
telephones.
five
Yes.
more. We need 5 more new subscribers to meet our 1 minute goal. There we go.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are building a new web of consciousness.
Yeah,
And
look at this.
is Wayne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it's beautiful. It's
that
just
is
brilliant.
So right here live. Thank you, everyone. So we
Yeah.
are on Rumble, Trina. Now,
Yay! Hi,
also
Rumble.
on Spreaker. Now, I will be doing a new separate channel, but this is the Steiger Perspective. Right now, I'm just uploading the audios. I just uploaded one earlier, and you can see it's going crazy. So,
yes,
anyway.
Wayne, you are so on fire on that forum. You know, because it's a different forum than this one. It's amazing. That is like, woohoo! You want to hear Wayne fired up? Y'all go check him out on Speaker. Oh boy, you gonna get your ears going on that one.
On this one, at the end of the one I posted today. Oh man, and I ain't gonna even talk about it. So we're moving on. And the next one, I want to give David Barry a big hug, thank you of gratitude, because David set up everything for Discord. So we have multiple integrated platforms. We have the Crystal Network. We have and what Karen has done, Queen of Quartz, in just the beautiful way that she has made that a portal. And so we thank you as well. Karen, got to get you on here. And David, thank you as well, because this is an opportunity for us to indeed integrate even more. I have been not prudent, and that is my fault, because it's here. And again, it's kind of like having a fortune in the bank, but if you lost your banking information, well, what do you do? So everybody, thank you. See, it's all going crazy. So there we go, folks. Thank you. And
I just heard the list said I'm going to give you a platform, and it's so funny. We've been pretty much streaming on basically 1 or 2, and now today you just opened up all these new lines. It's beautiful.
Yes,
it's going to be very successful. So
I believe
congratulations, Wayne. Divine timing. Ding.
So thank you very much. And I gave this one where it can just tell me all the time, and it's really looking at Jerry Lewis. Well, Ed, I think we're going to about, you know, and you're going, yeah, okay. So,
you guys are what makes this what it is. So thank you.
Yes, it's fabulous. We love you all. So again, Bosto, happy birthday. We are prospering. Next Wednesday, I am getting a panel. I have Grandpa Brian, I have David Barry, confirmed. I'm reaching out to David Castle, reaching out to him as well, along with Robert V. Big Al, if we can get him in here as well. But I'd like to get, we do the Friday thing with the cosmic, coven.
Covenant. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought to keep the balance, we ought to have this like the
divine masculine.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yes.
Because hey, that's what we do here.
Yes. We are balancing it all. All of
doing
it.
Our
best. It. That's it. Well, it starts with us, and that's what, that's part of, you recognize balance. We need the divine feminine. Now we need the divine masculine. It's part of what we are now. So we are balancing the masculine feminine. And you brought back in the wisdom and the gnosis of the divine feminine, which has been so suppressed and lost. And it's all coming together.
Some
Wayne.
powerful emails on that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about later on that one. But I didn't realize exactly what was going on. So I am really excited about next Wednesday. And David Castle, if you're listening, Robert V, I know you're here. If you guys can make it, consider you got the invite, and Big Al, like to get you on there as well. Also a little promoting the Soul Tribe here as well. Amber Dawn has a new channel, Amber Dawn Tarot. And so get over there, subscribe to her. I'm going to have her on here, and I will be a guest over there. There is a brilliant young man. And if you guys are really wanting to learn from a crypto millionaire, Ballot Brand, he is a moderator in our group. I highly recommend that you go over there, listen to his videos, and by all means, subscribe. David Castle's in, and Rufus.
Yay!
All right. High five.
On.
If I had a bell, I'd be singing it.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Exactly. But Ballot, love you, man. This dude is, folks, seriously, if you're into prosperity and you really want to understand the digital world, it's here. I was at Money 2020. Ballot, you might like to hear this. Back in 2012, it became one of the largest payment conventions. Big Al said should be in Arkansas. So all right, so there we go. Big Al's going to be there. Anyway, it's where the birth of Bitcoin started. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, Ballot Brand will help you. He's personal friends with a billionaire. And Ballot, love it, man. I want to get you on here because this is something we should talk about. And let's see, Trina, there's just so much to be doing here. I want to give a big shout out to Chris Matthew over at Forbidden Knowledge News. He had me on Saturday and had a fun time. I just so appreciate the brilliancy of this generation coming up behind us because they're in tune. They're in focus, and and I include people like Ryder Lee, Orel E. There's just so many I can and Jenny's in that group, and Amber and the rest of them, Steve, Sherlock. So Chris, appreciate it. Go over there, check it out. It was a great time. And so Trina, here I am hogging up all the time, but
you know what? There's a lot to talk about today. So go, Wayne.
So favor. So yes, Saturday, I was here in my office and doing what I was doing. I was doing a lot of reading, and I knew I had the interview with Chris, so I'm just sitting here reading. Actually, I was reading on the egregors, and I got this sudden, strong sense that I needed to pick up these cards. These are the angel cards from Nathan. If you folks can afford this, it's quality. You really should get this, because I got a story to tell you. Trina, I told you, so you already know. And by the way, a little digression. I went to the eye doctor on Friday. Yeah. 20/25 vision. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
My vision hasn't changed and I've been going to this doctor for nearly 10 years. Hasn't changed at all. Anyway.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. So got finished with Chris and got up, came back, and had this feeling. So didn't pay it much attention. Sunday, I'm in here writing, and I just got this sense that I best either yield to it or it's not going to leave me. It's just one of those things, Trina. So I got this deck. Now, I don't typically pull cards. I rarely do. I just, I keep it to myself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So out of these 72 cards, I'm on it out, and I do a 9 count. That's what I do. And
I love that you do what resonates with you, because I think that's better.
Yeah,
I do.
I don't know why. It just turned out that way. That's what I do. So I pulled these cards, and Trina, I know the Soul Tribe is going to really get a kick out of this. Are y'all ready for this? How many is ready? Because and by the way, hello,
Hi, everyone.
Good to see everyone. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, everyone else.
Yeah.
Thank you, Courtney. Courtney is going to be on Wednesday. I think it's the 14th or 15th. I have to make sure of it. So I want to I think it's right after the guys. It's Thursday, I believe, right?
Right on.
So anyway, welcome Elderberry all the way over there in London town.
Everyone.
How y'all doing? There's Ballot. How you doing,
Hi,
brother?
Ballot.
Good to see you. Want to get you on, Ballot. And I'm just going to tell you, I just got to get you. Eye of the Maelstrom. What's going? Miss Karen, Queen of Courts, is Karen. In. Yes. So Divine Empress is here as well. Robert V. Isby, Snake Jones. How are you doing, Andrew? Linda, good to see you. Hope to see you on Friday. Chloe, Gaia, and Paul. We all need to keep Heidi in our thoughts. I haven't seen Heidi.
I haven't either.
No, there's Kaz. Kaz, love to get you on. Kaz. Love to have y'all on, even on our show. If y'all like to come on, let us know. There is Brenda, Milky Way's mom. We send you love, darling. I
got your pendant on. My babies.
There it is. Yeah. And Mary wins. We all win. That's all I got to say. Mary wins is like having, if you believe in omens, and I do, and amulets and what have you, her energy is just like, you want that energy.
Yeah. Mary has the potency of Mary.
Exactly. And when I think of Mary, I have that song. You remember the song back in the 80s? I'm walking on sunshine.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That makes me feel good. There you go. That's what I think, Mary. When I see your name, Mary wins. I get this song going in my head.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. So the following memory was brought to you by Mary Wins.
Mary wins.
When Mary wins, ladies and gentlemen, we all win. All right. So enough with this. So these are the cards in order as I pulled them. The first card was, I believe this is La Uvea, and this was the first card. So that is the Angel of Victory.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just pulling these cards like, y'all know how it works. So the next card that came out of the deck was this one. Out of 72 was this card, Ariel. Ariel digs this group, really digs this group. I just got to tell you, and as everyone can see, Ariel is the angel of revelations. So I'm going, okay, And I'm doing what you're doing. So I'm seeing these here and I'm making mental note. And so I pull the next card. And like I said, I don't do this. I really consider myself a novice at this. And this card was pulled. And I believe this is Kahatel. I believe I am right on that. Could be wrong. So this is the angel of divine blessings.
That's so awesome.
That was card number 3. So in the first set, I had victory, revelations, and divine blessings.
Wow.
So card number 4, and at this point, I got this, and I'm looking at, I'll tell you who I'm looking at. I'm looking at Sanji right here.
Oh, love Sanji. Hi, Sanji.
Hey, Aunt Sanji says, hello, everybody. How y'all
Much
doing?
love,
Good to see you.
Sanji.
He's got the power. I got the power. But anyway,
Yeah.
and I'm laughing because I'm thinking to myself, all right, who is stacking the deck? I mean, there's 72 cards in this thing, and I'm pulling these freaking things at random, right?
Yep.
This card comes up. Wow. I mean, I'm going to do my Arnold Guthrie imitation. I mean, and I'm going, the angel of fortune and support. Okay.
I know, so it's so nuts.
That's weird. All right. Cause you know, in my system, you know, you have the first 3 and the last 3. It tells you kind of where is that and where this is heading. And in the center, it's kind of looking at, well, where are things, you know, for myself right now. Right. So then I pulled this card, and this one I just said, all right. And that's what I said. All right, angels, who's screwing with me? Right. Because here is Rael. Yes. Now, the thing about Rael is that it's number 29 in the deck of 72. 29 is my number.
Yes, it is.
And if you look up the divine meaning of 29, it's like this, it's like the power number on steroids. It's like, yeah. So this is the angel. What's that?
What is that? The angel
of angel of liberation.
Liberation. That's right. I was like, that was the angel of liberation. I love that angel. So I don't know why, but that angel is like really resonating with me right now. Like, we need. I've
still got the old hair raising up here. So yeah. The last card of the second set of 3 is Mumaya, and this one so this angel is the angel of endings and beginnings. Oh. So this is odd because if I look at the second set of 3, we have the fortune and support with the liberation, with the endings and the rebirth, which is new beginnings.
Isn't that exactly where we're sitting too? Man,
Isn't
that
it
is
though?
Like, bam, that is spot on where we're at. Yeah.
All right. So there I'm going, okay. So I'm still shuffling. The last 3, and this is kind of where things are going. This is my system. It works for me.
I like it. I like how it's working with the 3, 6, 9 properties. Yeah. I think you've just got fullness in that. It's full. For me, it's everything is there. It's full. It's the beginning and the end. And even the cards are supporting, we're being shown beginning and endings. It's alpha and omega all over it. All over it.
I mean, now this is going to freak y'all out. All right. Y'all ready for this? So the next card I pull is the angel. And I believe this is Va Uea, I think. And if it's not, y'all can get it. Now I know something's happening. I know that there is a connection that is being made here. And this angel is the angel of will and beginnings. Now I am really beginning to get kind of shaken. My hands are beginning to go, this is something going on here now. The next card was one I knew that there was a connection. This is the angel Rochelle.
Rochelle.
This is the angel of restitution.
Restitution. That was another one that just rang my bell.
Wow. And this one here was, there's a story one day I'll be able to tell everyone, but this one almost, still does. It almost, you realize that, wait a minute. Now, there's nobody in here, at least no one that just other than me, there's no cameras.
Right.
So this last card fell out of the deck. And it was odd because this is the 9 of the 9 of the balance of the 3s. And this is how I read the cards, is what my next destiny or my next stop is.
Outcome. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. And this is Alaya, I think. Anyway, you can pronounce it. And now I am almost in tears at this point.
Yeah.
This is the angel of prosperity.
Prosperity.
So the last 3 were will, and that has to do with self.
Yes.
With new beginnings.
Yep.
With full restitution being made.
Yep.
And then that leads to
prosperity.
Of prosperity.
Wayne, it's profound. And wow, what a powerful reading for this group, and what a powerful point of focus where we can concentrate on making this the outcome. And it's in all 3 levels and all 3 layers. You got 3, 6, 9. We've got all 9, which is completion. And this Trinity is just going straight back to the same message: victory, revelation, divine blessing. Then we have fortune and support, liberation, and again, endings and new beginnings. And then we have the will, which is leading to a new start, new beginning, going to restitution and prosperity. It's confirming over and over and over again that favor is upon us. We just need to make it, manifest it. It's
every
there.
Trinity too had new beginnings.
Yes.
And that's what I found significant, because I study this, and there is a certain sacred geometry to this. I mean, you look at this and I'm going, okay, so the first 3, victory, revelation, and I have a story to tell everyone on this one, that people, and then the divine blessing.
Yes.
And this is when I knew, like I said, I thought someone was just messing with me. And then, so you have this, ending of these, of one coming in with victory. Well, you can't have victory unless you have an ending and a beginning.
Yes. I
mean, it's impossible to achieve it.
Yes.
If you've got victory, it means that you've been in a battle, a struggle.
Yes.
So
and victory is the 7th ray of creation. It's the violet ray of creation. It's Master Saint Germain. It's the beginning of our new light, the new age, Aquarian age. It's victory. And you pulled that as the first card.
Yeah, first card.
It's like, this is where we're at. We have just entered the Aquarian age, and this is about victory, violet fire, violet. It's the V, violet.
Which would lead into Revelations.
Yes.
Which there's Ariel.
Yes.
This is his house, and Revelations. And I'll just share everything. There is a saying, and it's a very old saying, that if you have this favor, even those things that have been designed and done in, how should we say, in secret, unbeknownst to you, will be made known to you. And though they were there to harm you, meant to harm you, to be used against you, guess what? That has been reversed.
Now it benefits you. Yes.
Now it benefits me. Why? Because if you have revelation of something, that means you have awareness of something.
Yes. And you've changed your mind. It's a mind changing point. And
Yeah.
that's all it takes to shift that polarity, is to change your mind. That's brilliant, powerful, potent.
Boy, I'm glad we're going over this, because I'm just sitting here and there's 29. I just looked over and there it was, and then to wrap up and this, because this was for me, I looked at this and again, I knew something was happening here, because then you have Kahetel, which is the angel of divine blessings.
Yes.
This is the angel of that brings fertility. And we forget in the Western world, you want fertility. You want fertility in your finances.
What's so funny, Wayne? It's like if they're like he has victory because of his revelation of the divine feminine.
Oh, wow.
First layer of your new foundation. It's so profound. It's like the victory comes through his revelation of the divine feminine. And that's why the divine blessing is the outcome of the first Trinity.
Holy crap. I feel like I'm in, literally, I remember the first year I went into my calculus class, and you're kind of getting your whole thing. And so we had, I still remember the teacher there, and he came out and, made math in almost, as I look back now, he was making it almost like alchemy, which he was. But so you're right. So here we have this is amazing what's being said here. I'm almost at loss of words on this.
It's so it's so profound. When you showed me those cards, I'm like, Wayne, that is insane. You cannot make this shit up. It's
exactly
like, wow.
And Lynn's, she come into the office and she's looking at, and then she just turned around because she knows that
I can't. I just can't.
She just says,
Too much.
I'll talk to you right here a little bit later on,
She could feel the energy when she walked in the door. She's like, okay, angels here, gotta go. Yeah, too many of them.
Rebel Preacher says, where can we purchase the angel cards? They're we have ours, the Soul Tribe is putting together, but if you're looking for Nathan's, the link is below. And
wonderful.
He lives in Poland, and I'm sure he would appreciate it. Anything you can do. So all right, so we close out the what I always call the, in strategy, you have the duality, or you can have the triad. And of course, we know a triad is it's almost virtually impossible to get it unstable, whereas you can with easily one.
Polarity, yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. The Trinity integrates the 0 point. And that's the balancing aspect of that Trinity. Without the 0 point, you never have balance. It's constantly going back and forth. It's the friction. But when you shoot both up, they cancel each other out into neutrality, the 0 point. That's the top of the pyramid.
This is good stuff. Current situation, Poyel, angel of fortune and support. And this is the angel, particularly he is the protector of positive thinkers. He brings wealth and fortune to every level of our life. And this has been interesting because there was a couple of things happened, and Lynn and I both said that we were actually unaware of it. But the whole time that we were unaware of it, it was really it was impacting us. So how do you see this one? I mean, because now we're starting out with what I always call, if you look at what I would call the old days, the teeter-totters,
this second Trinity, that what I see with this is okay, this is like the current situation. So like, this is like where we're at right now. So through the victory of your revelation, you've integrated the divine feminine into this reality. So through that manifestation, now this is where we're at, which is we now are in the process of bringing forth the fortune and the support that we need to achieve the liberation And that will come through the ending, which will create the new beginning. So it's telling us now we're kind of in the foundational part of this collapsing and the rebuilding of this new vision, this new world, this new dream. And that's where we're at right now. But the fortune and support will come through the liberation of the new beginning, which has to come through the end.
And isn't it interesting? Because one of the attributes of this Poel is that Poel will turn a materialistic lifestyle into a spiritual one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
that is where the divine feminine truly resides.
Yes. And when we bring the masculine and the feminine together, which are positive, negative poles, and we crash them together in unity, we go 0 point. Boom, baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next one, and again, this one just, I mean, it was like, boom. I mean, the cosmic psychic energy off the card and the angel itself was Rael. And of course, that is when I saw 29 come up, I just said, all right, something is going on here. I mean, this is getting, serious now. Because this is the angel of liberation. And, this is the angel that liberates all of us who have been oppressed. Many of us who have been in a situation of being depressed, and being depressed is like someone sitting upon you. That's what's happened to us. And when you have been oppressed by those people you don't even know, who are speaking curses against you, who are planning harm against you, to harm you and your family and those associated with you, you know that this is now in the spiritual realm. This is no longer physical.
Nope.
And Rael is the angel of liberation, the angel of liberty, the angel that sets us free from those very things that have been oppressing us. And many of us have been carrying this around for years, and we've had
generations.
In some cases, into generations.
I've been doing a lot of generational clearing for my own blood, which affects billions. So, all of us do our own clearing of our own blood, because those codes and those curses are kept within the Akashic, which is your DNA code.
They are.
Work on clearing your records, guys.
Indeed. So as I told you before, this is the angel 29 in this deck. All right. So that one, and I said, okay. So in Poyoel is 56. So that's the 11. Again, we're getting into these divine numbers. And then the last card was Muamea, and this angel, his number was 72. Well, 7 and 2 is 9. Again, and then this is the angel of endings and rebirths. And it just says, this is the angel that protects those who have exceptional receptivity and mystical experiences, protectors of people having psychic abilities. And I can add as well, those of us who teach, and which most of us do here, because that's what a podcast is really doing, hopefully. So, and then of course, this is the God, the angel of endings and rebirth. And I thought, this is profound. So I have the final triad of the 3 is liberation, fortune, and support. I love that aspect, with endings and rebirth.
Oh, I think that was the second trinity. We've got Vahaya and
excuse me.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. So now there we are. So
last
this is
trinity. Yep.
Yes. So
I'm so glad I took notes, Wayne.
I'm glad you did that.
That's right. So, I'm so glad I took notes.
The new one, is the will and beginnings, restitution, and prosperity. Yes. So there you go.
Wayne, it's like I said, it's so amazing.
Beginnings, restitution, prosperity.
Yes. And that's the ending. Okay. So through the will, we've created a new beginning, and then the restitution comes from that will and the new beginning and the willing to see things from a different way, the willingness to create from a different point of view. And then all of that, the outcome is what we have been working on since you introduced this tribe to favor. Favor is prosperity, and that's the outcome. So when I see the ending of this, literally the word prosperity is literally being changed to favor, because it's ultimate favor in multiple ways coming through us in prosperity, but it's favor that's bringing forth the prosperity because of what we've chosen to concentrate on.
Yes, it's bearing a lot of fruit in.
But it all started because the divine blessing.
Yeah, and I give credit to the goddess on that one. I mean,
Right?
It's like, and I just want to thank over the weekend, I got, there was, I think 4 emails that people sent me. There's sometimes, you do things, I'm just not aware of it. But right. I guess what we have accomplished here in so many ways is bringing out, as someone wrote, one of the few channels that actually defines what divine feminine is. And she said, she said, I wish people would understand that this is, if you want to look at feminism, there is a divine aspect to it. And it's not one that crushes the masculine, one that integrates it back.
It marries it. Yes. It marries it. You literally, you now understand you're both. Yeah. You can't get out of that. You are both polarities. You have 2 hemispheres, 2 serpents running that pole. It's all about dual. It's the left and the right. It's we are man and woman. We are masculine, feminine polarity. And this is what we're doing is we're marrying the 2 from duality. We become the Trinity. We become the pyramid of light because we have 0 point. Yeah. That's control.
I saw that movie. It was on late and I watched it, The Dark Crystal, the one with Jim Henson and Frank Oz. And so, the Skezies, were the evil ones. And then where's the Gilfillians, who was the one who set the crystal back. But it was real interesting because when they split the crystal, and I saw this and I said, how weird this is, because you had both of the 2 polarities coming back.
Yes. The marriage. It's the only way it gets balanced.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that was the theme. Balance was being brought back now to creation, The Dark Crystal. It was very interesting. Linda says, I love that movie. Yeah.
And the balance was brought back by the dark crystal, because we've always been taught to be afraid of the darkness when that was the missing element.
Yes.
We were missing the dark element, which is the divine feminine, which is the hidden, subconscious, alchemical powers, the powers that make your eyes blink and your heart beat. You have no consciousness of that. But that divine power runs perfect.
And you're so spot on, because when you've been taught inherently to the light is good and the darkness is bad, you're already now programmed for a life of duality.
Yes, and in extreme imbalance.
Jeez. I mean, when I was growing up, I was really a good pinball player, won championships and that and foosball. But, I relate this too much akin to being the pinball in the pinball game. No matter where you go, someone else is getting the points. You're being battered going, Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh boy, that's it. Yeah. So like I said, Wayne, that this angel reading is it's showing our path, and it's showing where we're going. And this is like, kudos to you all, because you're getting there. You're the potential for us is here. It really is. So if you look at this and go back and replay this, write it down, study on it, meditate it, and create your vision for this manifestation, because this is a gift from the angels of light telling us we will support you. All you
Yes,
need
yeah.
to do is ask and get straight with what you want to receive, because we will deliver.
There that it because it's in my spirit, but there is a scripture that I quoted it all the time, and now I'm able to transmute the initial thought that I had, and now it's profiting me even more. There and specifically, there's a scripture in Hebrews 11, I believe it's 11:5. It says, I will in no way leave you nor abandon you or leave you without support. I will not in any way fail you.
Yes.
So when I hear that, I realize that there when you walk into a certain amount of knowledge, there is a price to be paid. But if you stay true to the path, the harvest comes in. It cannot be held back.
It has to. It's the law of cause and effect.
So I want to share something because many folks, the shower time is a time for where so many revelations come through. I want to say to everyone, this is why it's so important not to curse your enemy.
Yes.
This is what was ministered to me. If you have been wronged in any way, understand that those who were the perpetrators of the offense, they start a curse of their own.
Yeah.
And I know it can hurt, particularly when it's personal, when it's really cost you, but you cannot speak ill of those who have caused you harm, because when you speak a curse upon them, you've started now your curse.
You have to eat it.
Yes,
you will eat it.
Let their curse be their curse.
Yes.
Don't touch it. So someone needed to hear that. I needed to hear that because, I was in the shower and boom. And
it's you keep talking about the revelations in the shower, and it's so beautiful because every time you say that, I literally see, well, that's of course, because that's your conduit of the spirit. The energy from our spiritual self, it doesn't operate well in matter. So the false light is kind of like overpowering the true light, but the true light still has a window through the water. So I've been hearing this message for a couple of days now. It's really focused on connecting to the water, because you will receive the Holy Spirit through the gift of the conduit of the water. Put the crystals in the water, bathe with the crystals, connect to the crystals and the water, and connect to they're saying bring all of it into the water so we can manifest it through the water, because this is the key element. And you tap into this daily when you get into the shower. And everybody, we do connect in the water, and people crave water, and water clears and cleanses and heals our crystals in our bodies. And
look at baptism. I mean,
and we are water. We're mostly water. So they're pushing again the water message. It's like we will change the world when we change the water, and it starts from changing the water within, because the waters within manifest outward to the reality. So they're saying use this tool because it's so powerful and it's so beautiful, and because we're now operating with both polarities, the power for us to bring the coding in through the water is profound. So they're saying utilize it.
And when you were talking, because it's immersion.
Yes,
it is. And I'm Gemini, and where my house is, and it's again, as we enter into Aquarius, we're making this transformation within itself. The water for me is very spiritual, because life is in the water.
Yes.
And that's what I sense. And so my spirit is open to it. And
it's the medium of the artificial. It's how we connect to the matrix. It literally is how we connect to the matrix. Yeah. It's the conduit. It's how we receive and create all things comes through the water. So this is what they've been showing me lately. It's like
We had a friend come over and she brought her son, and he was 9 years old. And so I brought Sanji out. So
yeah.
he freaked him out,
I bet. I was like, oh boy, how'd that go, Wayne?
freaked him out. And so when I told him to hold it, I had my hand underneath there. And so I deliberately kind of shoved it toward him. I mean, that child jumped back, and he really thought that the Sanji had come alive. But
right.
so I'm talking to him and telling him that we're all crystalline beings. Now, he's a very sharp young man.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, what do you mean by that? So I said, well, let's do an experiment. I said, have you ever seen what lasers do to crystals? He says, no. Now his mom's watching this, and Lynn's over there. She's smiling because she knows what's coming. So I brought out this particular crystal so everyone can see.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. And when you put a laser to this crystal, it really shows how there is an energy that is being transmuted by these supposed inert stones. And so, again, everyone, we can see this together.
Yeah.
So now, as you can see,
wow.
There it is. And if you get really into that, which you put it under a microscope, which I did for him, it becomes alive. And
that's so beautiful.
It is beautiful. Now, here's the interesting thing, folks. Trina, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So his mom and he's watching this, and they're looking at this, and they get really close because you can actually see it emanates this energy. She goes, I'm getting a headache.
Uh-huh.
And guess where they got the headache?
Third eye.
Third eye.
Yep.
Both her and her son, immediately it began to activate. She says, I've never had this feeling before. And he's going, Mom, that, and he's picking up that when he's looking at the crystal, that there is something happening that he is very much physically aware about. So, yeah.
So interesting, Wayne. I was meditating on this very morning. The synchronicity is profound. I read this it's called Fire and Light, a novel of the Cathars, which is a fiction.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wonderful book. But the very beginning of this book, in the creation of the world, light from a central source is confronted by a return of its own vibration. It is as though the light were faced with its own echo. And this confrontation produces a flame. Fire appears out of light, as it does in this world when the rays of the sun are concentrated through a burning glass. Author of The Great Heresy.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, right?
Now,
wow.
To further this to gets out, so I have 4 different lasers in 4 different colors. Mm-hmm. And so I'm using each one, and each different color of the light has a different effect on that particular crystal. You can see it. Some of them are very active, and then as you get down into the lower, like the red, it becomes much more subdued, but yet it's there.
That makes perfect sense, because the red is going to be the lowest vibration because it's the root chakra.
Yeah.
Green is going to be more heart-based, and then the blues and the violets and the purples, those are going to be activating your head. But the heart can activate the head too. So the green would activate the head as well, because heart and head are connected. But that's profound, Wayne. But yeah, the red being the slowest, for sure.
You can see it, and it's very definitely different.
Yes, it is. But wow, isn't that pretty? It almost looks magenta to me.
Yeah,
it looks almost magenta. Beautiful.
It's beautiful. So
and that's how we literally, that's the part of us that we have to manifest on the earth is through that root, through the red. That's where we bring it to life. Just like blood. Blood is red. It brings us to life.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. It's so interesting. And so as he learned, he told his mom, he says, wow, Didn't know that, as I said, your blood is primarily salt. And I said, you are a crystalline being
Yes.
in a carbon-based life form.
Yeah.
So when he got the idea of the crystalline, he got, he says, I understand that. Yeah. So there you
Yes.
go.
Children
Yeah.
are so brilliant.
Oh, they love
I
it,
was I was actually having that conversation this morning about what if children actually were taught the things that we know, the the divine principles of well-being, of if they were literally taught from straight out of the gate, the power of abracadabra, the power of their words, the power of what words do as a creation point. If they understood frequency and vibration, if they understood the laws of cause and effect so they could avoid karma. There's so many things that literally are the foundational stones of our reality that we were never taught.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to be, if our children would get exposure to these concepts straight out of the gate, if they understood our connection to the stars and the zodiac, if they understood the effects of electromagnetism and the spark, if they understood quantum physics at a basic level, which is basically about the observer and how we change things by looking at it, all of these consciousness constructs that rule our world were never explained to us. And if children were given the opportunity to know these laws and keep them in their consciousness, because they have them, but they get washed out of them by society and education and religion and all these things. But if these things were implemented back in the minds of our children, we would see a very quick reality change on this planet.
I think so. And, I kind of figured that we planted the seed. I mean, he now has a fascination for, as I told him, I said, light. And I said,
yes,
this is what all knowledge travels by.
And think about it. If that book is correct, it says that all of this light was forced to reflect upon itself. Wow.
Speaking, so tomorrow I'm going to be talking on the egregors, and it's there is a passage in here that is simply going to liberate. You will never worship anything else again. So tune in tomorrow. Big Al says,
that's powerful, Wayne. I just heard you will reverse the curse of the worship of the false idols.
Bingo.
That's beautiful.
Because there's a lot of that going on now.
Well, and it's the first thing in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt have no other gods before me, which means false idol worship, which literally the biggest false idol worship we got is our own body. So
it's weird.
There's a lot to that, and it's bigger than we've been taught. It's so much bigger than like what people think it is.
Funky.
This is amazing what you're doing with this egregore and the divine feminine. It's
these angel cards, and Al says, go over in the Crystal Network. I've left the link down below. And,
yes.
Order the ones that we've put together here. We've used the 72 angels as well. We've just done a different interpretation. And I'll tell you, working between the two decks, I think is going to be profound.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like you said, figure out what's your frequency, call forth that which belongs or matches to you, or that which is supposed to be unlocked within you, because when you touch it, it'll unlock you. So manifest it that way. So make sure you're just doing you guys, because you all have so much all these beautiful, unique pieces of this puzzle that we're putting together, building this new web of consciousness that eventually is going to take over this entire planet. So thank you.
It is. As I told Chris over on Forbidden News, Forbidden Knowledge News, that there is something that everyone is talking about that's coming, and everyone's trying to get to the fear factor. I said, but here's what we're missing. In this realm of duality and in the realm of natural law, there can't be something that's so bad on one side that there doesn't have a corresponding good on the other.
Bingo.
So where are you going
Absolute
to put
fact.
in your thought? Who are you going to be focusing in on? Is it going to be this one over
Right.
here? Or is there going to be this one over here?
Precisely. And that is so important. We want to be aware of what's happening in the world. But when we look at the things that we see in the world, you need to take as much time to focus on what you want to see in the world. Because, guys, it's time for us now to start to drive this ship. And it will be done through thought, because this is a thought
Oh,
matrix.
it's already being done by thought. I mean, does
Yeah.
anybody want war? Really? Does anybody
No.
want that?
No,
No.
no. And that's all they're forcing down our face right now,
Yeah.
the collective. So
God.
the opposite of that is peace. And like I said,
Yes.
you see visions of peace and just keep seeing visions of peace and create peace in your internal being and in your world, and manifest peace on earth in your own place, in your own space, in your own heart. And it will manifest upon this world. And this is what I saw, that bifurcation of humanity. And I saw another perfect example. Yesterday, we witnessed two homeless people, and they were on the same corner, and one was dancing and singing and filled with joy, while the other one was yelling at him and telling him to stop shaking his black booty, blah, 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 blah. And she was all mad at him, and she was all filled with demons. And he was just like, you just have yourself a nice day, and I'm just going to keep on dancing. And it was just so,
I
you could
love that.
see this is where we're going. So make sure you're on the right ship. Jump on the joy train, start dancing and singing. No matter how negative things appear around you, choose to stay on a higher vibration. It will be that simple to keep you there. But if you get into this fear porn and all this stuff that's going on, you might get on the wrong railroad track and get on a train you don't want to go on. So be careful.
Yeah, it ain't no peace. This is, and that's what I love it. When you said that Cat Stevens came on, right? Get on board the peace train.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
fake it till you make it. It
someone's got to
really,
talk peace.
yeah. And you
Yeah.
got to fake it till you make it, because we know right now that's not real. But if we feel that it's real and we see that it's real, it will affect the world. It really will. So we fake it till we make it, because through that projection, we can change this reality, and it will become real.
So, eighth grade, knew a young lady that had a crush on, didn't know that I was alive, but I faked it until I made it,
And it worked.
Well,
Yes.
that's my point. It was all mental,
Yes.
there was no physicality to this. I mean,
And
yeah, there was, but
right. But Wayne, I'm telling you, you figured that out so young, and most of us are learning that now. So,
yeah.
but this is real. And I've been an advocate of that. To change your reality, you have to put yourself into a new one. You have to imagine it, which is not real yet. So in essence, you're faking it because it's not real yet. But through that process of becoming your vision and feeling it, you magnetize that from the reality back into your reality, because everything we create, we must eat. It will come back. So with that, digest
I
your
was
thoughts
taught
well.
in my adulthood that it's calling those things that be not as though they are.
Yes, so
And
beautiful.
it really is. And as
It
I tell
is.
people all the time, I never told a lie. I change my
Yes.
mind sometimes, but
Right.
so
Right.
it's,
And we are allowed to do that.
we
That is
are allowed
why
to do that.
it's why we came here, to
Yeah.
change our mind. And I
That's why
think we
no
came
devil
here.
can go ahead on.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why we're here too, is to change the mind of this entire matrix. It's been taken over by some bad dudes, and now we are the remedy. We will reconstruct the conscious web through proper, balanced thought.
I had an egregor come and had the audacity to try to accuse me of something. And I've gotten to back where when these thought forms tried to leech onto me, I just simply told them I was actually down doing laundry. And I said, just who the F do you think you are? And I mean, I put down the laundry and I said, let's get something straight. You
Right.
ain't even worthy enough to lick off my sweat on the bottom of my feet, much less try to accuse me of anything.
Yep.
You know what? They don't like pushback. They
No, they don't.
leave. I was like,
Yeah, they
hey,
do.
All right, I'm out of here
That's
then.
what I mean.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful thing that I think we might be a very small amount of people that actually are starting to realize and understand and love the love of power that we truly do possess. And
Mm.
through that love of power and wisdom, we are threatening all the ones that have been able to control the millions, because it's terrible, Wayne, but I've seen this 100 times. It's like we hold keys to open gates that they could never get through before, and they're going to come through in masses. They're going to lose billions over this. And that's exactly what we came to do. So
I
yay
think so.
team. Yay team.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
It's thought. It's all about thought. And
Yeah. You know, another weird thing that kept coming to my consciousness yesterday, we have come to set the captives free. We've come to set the captives free. And I kept seeing Lilith trapped in a magic circle.
mm,
Oh, and I almost
interesting.
wanted to break that line and let her out and see what happened, but I got a little nervous. So I thought I might discuss that with you, Wayne, first, because I keep seeing this and I know there's something to it, but they've trapped part of her essence or something in this magic circle. And we came to set the captives free. I have
You
always
know
known
what?
that that was part of my job. So I'm trying to understand the fullness of this and why I'm seeing all this, but this is big. It's coming in.
When I think of Lilith, I think of her name synonymously now with unconditional love.
I think Lily of the Valley,
You know,
which is crazy, but I,
and you
I
see
see
that
Lily
will
of the Valley.
transform this succubus that the right hand path magicians have created, and we can literally transmute her back into what she originally was. It only takes a very few human beings to do that, and she has a beauty that has been hidden from man,
Yes.
our species, and she's there to, I think, to be revealed. And like I said, when I think of her as the mother goddess, it comes to me even now. It's always the word unconditional love. Unconditional love says, I'm not going to judge you. Unconditional love says it really doesn't matter who or what you really are, the fact that you are. So,
Yes. A
wow, we've
mother,
really gone over.
yeah, Mama
Wow.
loves all her creation.
She
Isn't that the
does.
amazing thing?
Yeah.
Mom
Yeah.
loves all the creation. Yep,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Well, Trina, we will always be on Tuesday as long as time allows, and we'll be
Yes.
here. But otherwise, make sure to check us out on Odyssey. Left the
And
links
Rumble.
below. Rumble,
Yeah.
the
Speaker.com for podcasts.
Breaker.com, and
Yep.
Discord as well. So
And Discord.
everybody is out there. So
Yes.
thank you for hitting the like button. 111 right across the board.
Mm,
That's the angels talking again.
they're
You know,
happy. Yes,
yeah,
they're very happy. And
yeah.
they love being a part of our lives because they were very bored until we got involved.
Exactly. I think as gods, that's the thing that we fear the most is being bored. Hello, Nina. Love
I
you,
think
darling.
you're right. I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah.
I really do. And think about it. If this whole creation is is because we're reflecting our own light at our own selves, that's a profound concept to wrap your brain around, and it creates the spark. It's
It
your
do.
own self that would be creating that spark. Then, isn't that profound?
Wow. Hey, Kaz Hawks. Love you, darling. Got to get you back on. Lost in Space, everyone. If Michelle can't, I'm free. Good to see you, my darling. Good to see you again. Everyone, thank you. I know we went really over, but hey, we're just making
Yeah.
up for yesterday. We're just,
Yes.
there's a party going on right
Yes.
here.
And we just
A
love you guys.
celebration that lasts throughout the year.
That's right. That's right.
All right, folks, I'll be on tomorrow. Trina,
Yeah.
what's on your, are you being
You
on this
know,
week?
it's season. I've been completely off the charts, and there's a lot going on in town. And I've got me and my three sisters all have
It's that time of year.
birthdays. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just busy, busy, busy. So hopefully some fun amongst all the work, and
good. Fun
enjoy
is
being
good.
here with you guys, and
Yeah.
try to sneak in on the weekends with Robert or the girls when I can. But it's been nonstop, and it's season. So, but season goes away as the seasons do.
And the seasons,
Yeah.
and go round and round in the circle. I like
Yes,
Judy Collins,
I do too.
yeah,
You
both
know,
sides
and
now.
Ashera, it's
Yeah.
her window is coming with Easter. So
Yes,
this is
yes.
a very powerful time for the
Yeah,
egg of creation. So
yeah.
think about what you would like to put in your eggs and plant your seeds. This is the time for this. So they keep telling me, guys, do not forget to tap into this potential of creation right now. It's springtime. Plant the seeds, watch the flowers bloom.
Christianity stole the tradition. I mean, this was a tradition that they called the pagans.
Yes.
It was the highest of the fertility festivals.
Yes.
And Esther is the goddess of prostitution.
Yes.
But we've perverted prostitution. It used to be the prostitutes were at the temple. It's very interesting. We never talk about this, but yeah. So it
No,
is a powerful
absolutely.
time. Yeah.
Because sex was known for its magical
They
creative
knew
powers.
how to
They knew.
harvest that. It's
Wayne,
like,
I think in Egypt, we knew how to seed
mm,
universes with sex magic. I literally saw that, like star in a jar created right there in the temple through the sound and the sex, and it would produce a visible, tangible spark.
and it's like Manly P. Hall said, it's the substance that is, put forth in these glands that we've lost the knowledge about.
Yes, it's the
Yeah.
it's the combination of the earth and the spirit, and that creates the spark of the new
Powerful
creation.
stuff, as they would say.
Yes,
That's powerful. That love,
it
it's
really
powerful
is.
stuff.
Yes.
All right, everybody, we love you. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Soul Tribe family. We've got something here. It is special, and there are many other families out there. We humans, we seem to find our collective that we resonate best in, and it's a privilege to have all of us here together. It's really is. Trina?
Feels as close to home as I could get in this plane. So thank you guys for being home to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if it ever just gets bad, just click your heels 3 times and we will be there. So,
Wayne's World.
all right, everybody, we love you. See you next Tuesday.